Hey there! If you're a Chiefs fan, you might have heard about the latest unexpected news. I'm talking about the break-ins at none other than Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce's homes right here in the Kansas City area. Yeah, our biggest stars had their homes invaded, and this has stunned fans and the players themselves. Let me fill you in on what we know so far. Imagine someone breaking into Mahomes' house, the guy who's led our team to the top. And in Kelce's case, not only was it a shock, but he also lost a pretty big chunk of money. It's definitely a situation that's left a lot of us with questions. Now, I want to hear from you. Had you heard about this before? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell. We're on our way to 1,000 subscribers, and every single one counts. If you love staying up to date on everything Chiefs, this is the place for you. Stay tuned, because we're diving into all the details, from what went down at Mahomes' place to what happened with Kelce and how it's impacted them. It's going to be an interesting breakdown for any fan who doesn't want to miss a beat about our favorite players. Ready to hear more? Let's dive in. All right, let's get into the details of what happened at Patrick Mahomes' place. Picture this. It was just after midnight on October 6th when deputies responded to a call about a burglary at Mahomes' home in Loch Lloyd, Missouri. No forced entry, no broken windows, the whole thing just seems off, right? Authorities took a report and launched an investigation, but it's left a lot of fans wondering, how did this happen to our MVP? Mahomes himself was pretty open about how frustrated and disappointed he feels. When reporters asked him about it, he didn't dive into specifics, but you could tell he was rattled. He mentioned how this isn't something he would wish on anyone, let alone experience himself. I think any fan can feel his frustration. Our guy has given so much to the Chiefs, and here he is dealing with something so personal. So, what do you think might have happened? Do you think Mahomes should ramp up his security? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Maybe we can get a discussion going about what steps athletes could take to avoid situations like this in the future. And hey, while you're here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell. We're counting on you to help us reach our goal of 1,000 subscribers. Your support makes all the difference. These break-ins bring up bigger questions too. With someone as high profile as Mahomes, a person you'd think would have security measures in place, it raises concerns for all athletes with a public profile. It's an invasion that hits close to home, no pun intended, not just for him, but for anyone who's a fan. Stay with us, because next, we're diving into the break-in at Travis Kelce's place. If Mahomes' story surprised you, Kelce's case has even more twists, from the timing of the break-in to the amount of cash stolen, and even some unexpected details involving Taylor Swift. Let's keep going. All right, now let's talk about what happened at Travis Kelce's home, because this one's got even more twists. Just a day after the break-in at Mahomes' place, Kelce's home in Leawood, Kansas was targeted. This was on October 7th, during the Chiefs' Monday Night Football game against the New Orleans Saints. Now here's where it gets interesting. Kelce was out at the game, and so was his girlfriend, Taylor Swift, watching from the stands. Reports say that around 7:30 p.m., right in the first quarter of the game, the intruder got in through Kelce's back door. And unlike Mahomes' place, there were clear signs of forced entry this time. Someone had damaged the door to get inside. Once they were in, they managed to steal $20,000 in cash. Yes, you heard that right, $20,000, just gone in a matter of minutes. In total, with the cash and the damage to the door, Kelce's losses add up to around $21,000. Imagine getting home after a big win, only to find out your house has been broken into. Kelce and Swift decided not to return to the house that night, choosing instead to stay at a hotel. Can you blame them? Days later, they were even spotted in New York City, and you can bet Swift's security team was on high alert. So, here's a question for you. Do you think these break-ins could have been coordinated given the timing and the back-to-back nature of it all? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments. And while you're there, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you're finding it interesting, and make sure to subscribe for more in-depth Chiefs updates. We're getting closer to our goal of 1,000 subscribers, and your support makes it possible to keep bringing you the latest on everything Chiefs. It's honestly unsettling to think about, especially with high-profile figures like Kelce and Mahomes, who you'd assume have top-notch security. And with Kelce losing so much cash, it makes you wonder how prepared athletes are for situations like this. Up next, we're going to dig into the aftermath of these break-ins and how this has impacted Mahomes and Kelce personally. You'll see that these events go beyond the lost cash or damaged property. There's a bigger effect on their lives. Stick around for more. Let's dive into the impact. Now, let's talk about the impact these break-ins have had on Mahomes and Kelce. This goes way beyond the cash or the property damage. It's personal. When your home, a place where you should feel safest, gets invaded, it can really shake you up. And for guys like Mahomes and Kelce, who are already in the public eye and deal with so much pressure, this adds a whole new layer of stress.
Mahomes mentioned feeling frustrated and disappointed about the break-in, but think about it, he's holding back on saying more because of the ongoing investigation. It's obvious this hit him hard, and you can only imagine what it's like for his family. With Kelce, it's no different. Right after the break-in, he and Taylor Swift decided to stay elsewhere, showing just how unsettling this experience was for them, too. Imagine coming home and feeling like it's not even safe to be there. Now, what would you do if you were in their shoes? Would you move, add more security, or maybe just try to go about life as usual? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Your insights always add something interesting to the conversation. And while you're at it, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button and tap the bell. We're getting closer to our goal of 1,000 subscribers, and your support helps us keep bringing you the latest on everything Chiefs. These incidents also raise a big question about the safety of high-profile athletes in general. Are they prepared enough? And should they be doing more to protect their private lives? We'll explore this next as we dive into the broader issues of security and privacy in the sports world. Let's keep going. So, let's take a step back and look at what this all means for athletes like Mahomes and Kelce, and really, for all high-profile athletes. Having your home broken into is a nightmare for anyone, but when you're in the spotlight like these guys, there's a whole different level of risk. Fame brings a lot of perks, sure, but it also means dealing with privacy invasions and security threats that most of us don't even think about. Mahomes and Kelce are known for being open with their fans. They're always sharing parts of their lives with us, from game day moments to family time. But these break-ins remind us all that, sometimes, fame can come with a price. For athletes, this might mean rethinking how they handle their security at home and even out in public. Some players hire private security teams, while others rely on high-tech home systems. And it's no surprise, especially when you think about everything they have on the line, from their careers to their families. What do you think? Should athletes prioritize privacy and security more, or is it just part of the package of being famous? Drop your take in the comments. Let's get a conversation going. After all, the Chiefs' kingdom is one big family, and we all look out for each other. And if you're enjoying the discussion, don't forget to like this video and hit subscribe. Every new subscriber gets us closer to our goal of 1,000, helping us keep you in the loop with all the latest Chiefs news. In our final chapter, we'll look ahead. How will these events impact Mahomes and Kelce's future, both on and off the field? We'll wrap up with some thoughts on what might come next for our Chiefs stars. Ready for the final chapter? Let's dive in. Alright, we've covered a lot of ground today, but the big question is, how will these break-ins affect Mahomes and Kelce moving forward? While they're both top-tier athletes with plenty of mental toughness, these kinds of personal invasions can't be easy to brush off. Both players are huge faces of the Chiefs and the NFL, and we all know that the spotlight they're under can sometimes feel like a double-edged sword. For Mahomes, this might be a wake-up call to step up his security game. We've already seen how he handles pressure on the field, but this could be a whole new level of stress for him and his family. Hopefully, the authorities can get to the bottom of who's behind this, and Mahomes can find a way to move on from the situation with some peace of mind. The last thing we want is for any of our heroes to feel unsafe in their own homes, right? As for Kelce, with his high-profile relationship with Taylor Swift and all the media attention that follows, this could mean even more scrutiny on his personal life. It's clear he'll have to be extra cautious, not just about his security, but about balancing his public and private life. If anything, these break-ins are a stark reminder of how important it is for athletes to manage their privacy and safety, especially when they have the kind of fame that attracts unwanted attention. But hey, despite all this, both Mahomes and Kelce are tough. They'll bounce back, and they'll keep bringing their A-game for the Chiefs. And we, as fans, will keep cheering them on every step of the way. Before we go, I want to ask you, what do you think the future holds for these two stars after all this? How do you see their personal lives and careers evolving? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And, of course, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and ring the bell so you never miss the latest Chiefs news. We're getting closer to our goal of 1,000 subscribers, and we can't do it without you. Thanks for sticking with us through this one. We'll see you next time, Chiefs Kingdom.